Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video I'm going to take a close look with you with this arcade speed eraser. So in the past I reviewed a couple of those, let's say, mini arcade machines, and I must say that this particular one really piqued my interest because this thing has a very interesting configuration with a tiny racing wheel. What kind of games are we actually going to get on these things? Because it's not the weird things that we have seen from AliExpress that comes with built-in 16-bit Mega Drive games. So that is what we're going to do today, and I hope you're going to be staying. Let's take a close look at it and what are we going to get. So let's turn it on and let's see. The arcade speed racer doesn't come with a very nice looking light up marquee. But to my surprise, they did assemble a very nice looking LCD display. But when you're looking at it, there are not a lot of games on this thing. Control wise, it's also a very interesting configuration. So with the steering wheel, we're going to select the next page, and the shifter will be used for shifting and of course checking out the next game. The pedals are not going to be at the bottom part. We're going to get an A, B button over here, and then we're going to get ourselves volume control, start and reset for getting back to the main menu. But there is no quick load, quick save whatsoever. The artwork at the left and right side are exactly the same, but they have this Miami Vice vibe to it. But over there we're going to get ourselves a name called Legami Arcade Speed Racer. I'm guessing that is a made up name or something, or a brand who basically imported these things from China. I'm guessing. But at the back we're going to find the on and off switch, and then we're going to get ourselves the speaker. And I must say that the battery compartment, they're using a screw again. That is sometimes I'm always noticing when it comes to most of these mini arcades, that they need to sell and have an approval for that. So I think one of those key things they needed to do. Powering on the device itself, we're going to need 3 AA batteries. And yeah, the downside is there is no way of getting the upgrade or having the option to add yourself a lithium battery. So yeah, there's a little bit of a bummer. You do see the space is out there, so, and it means particularly when you're looking at the casing itself. But they're one of those things you can only find when you're getting a mini arcade from China or AliExpress where they assemble a battery. So much more convenient that you can just charge them up and just keep playing. The games you will find on this device are not your typical, let's say, licensed games. So the naming already, like Speed Challenge, Speed Crisis, Track Racing, Deformable, alright, Lunatation, Pong Pong. That sounds really exciting. Extreme Racing, Champion Boat, and the list goes on and on and on. There are only 30 games, so compared with the different mini arcades I've reviewed here on the channel, where they come with a couple of hundred games, this is absolutely quite disappointing in my opinion. But I'm really curious about games like Tip Moto. Is this like Excite Bike only with a different name? Panzer Fly Car. But so far, when you're looking at the tiny screenshot, there is nothing familiar over here. But let's take a close look at the Ardent Rally. We do have the option for a custom and a contest. Okay, that is kind of cool. We do have a couple of colors. Let's choose the blue one. And it is absolutely a basic racing game. I think there's a weird glitching going on. Can we shift? No. Oh, we can shift. That's kind of cool. So we do have like a low and a high gear. So I must say that it's pretty damn awesome that actually everything works. Low speed. But graphical wise, it would be cooler if they added some 16-bit looking flash games or whatsoever. High speed, baby. Oh yeah. Pressing reset will bring you back to the main menu. And let's see what you're actually going to get more with this. Racing or Rivalry. Okay. And they're all weird looking homebrew games. Where the previous game was quite cool to play, but this is no fun whatsoever. There is a minor dead zone with some of the games, but it's kind of cool that it actually works with. But we're not going to play every single game. Here you can see it's exactly the same kind of game that we have now tried before. Let's try Track Racing. This is like the old school arcade rally games. Oh jeez, this game is unplayable. Oh, this game is absolutely unplayable. Yeah, and then we're having this game called Pong Pong. I'm like, okay, what the hell is Pong Pong? Oh, that was this hole where you're coming out of, and then you just need to drive around, I'm guessing. You cannot shoot or do anything else. Just fall into that hole, come back out, and that's it. Or do I need to crash into the guy? Oh yeah, that's actually what it is. It's just more like a destruction derby, kind of a weird game. Yeah, okay. Wow, the title on this. Panzer Fly Car. Okay. Oh, that's it. Isn't this? Yep, this is absolutely a ripoff from Zippy or something as it was called back in the day. The intro music is the same. But we have no music whatsoever. Okay, great. I want to try the shifter, but so far the shifter doesn't do anything. There's only a couple of handful of games that are actually using the shifter. How cool would it be if you have this device and have some old school outrun on it. See, it's very sensitive and it's a lot of fun to play. And maybe it sounds kind of weird to say, but this is a lot of fun, actually, to play this with the racing wheel. That was really cheap. But the list keeps going on and on with weird games. But in the end, they are exactly the same, only with a smaller minor difference. Oh, we do have the Christmas song now. What the hell is this? Oh yeah, Tip Moto is excited bike. Yep. Absolutely, they just ripped off something. Give it a different name. I don't know if they removed some graphical things. Let's see if I can do anything here. So basically B is the turbo. It makes no sense playing this game with a steering wheel because we have a motorcycle. But yeah, maybe that's a small detail. It's kind of cool they added a fun game to this. But I wanted to heat up the sticker, remove it and open it up. But unfortunately, the sticker they're using is absolutely horrible quality. And there is no way of keeping this in good condition. So, in the name of science, we're going to do this thing no good by leaving the sticker on. We're going to clean it up afterwards. But let's clean it up and let's open it up because I want to see what's inside of this thing. I can tell you it's going to be a lot of hassle because the top part has been clicked, which you can see, and all the other parts. So, oh yeah, it's going to be absolutely a hustle to open this thing up. Let's cut it open. And hoping that I'm not damaging too much of the mini arcade. But okay, so let's take a close look inside of this thing. Ah, there we go. And let's see how this actually works, because I found it very fascinating, especially when it comes to the wheel. That is something you don't see often, especially when it comes to these new generation consoles or controllers. But let's see, we're going to get a wire over here with the on and off switch and speaker, and I must say this thing is very loud. Everything has been freaking hot glued together. So that's absolutely a fact. And over here, all the wires go to the screen itself, because there's no actually any PCBs in the inside. So let's remove the screen of this. Magnetic. Yeah. Magnets. So let's see what is underneath here. It's interesting that we do have two different screw holes, or two options, so that they're using this for different kind of versions. So lifting up, and here we can see all the other part of the components. So we do have a replaceable LCD attached to this. That is not always common. Black blob, the chip itself. Let's see what it actually says here. The DRLH20, nothing really fancy, nothing interesting. This says over here that it needs to go to the speaker, so this has been attached to the speaker itself. It's kind of interesting that this is actually everything. This is just the... This is really interesting because this is everything that you're going to get inside the machine. But let's see what kind of mechanics we're having when it comes to the controls itself, because that really intrigued me this time. Okay, so this is basically what's inside of the machine itself. 2 PCBs and a display. But this is a special piece of plastic that has been attached in the inside, so let's remove that, because I think I need to reassemble everything like they did in the manufacturer. Otherwise I cannot get this thing to work anymore, so that would be a bummer. Okay, so what is interesting, that we need to remove the frame for the LCD. Then I think we can remove this part. I can lift it out over here, but there's nothing really happening now. And that is maybe because something is stuck on the other side. That can be the wheel. I think that is the problem. So we need to remove the wheel as well. The mechanism over here. The mechanism. There we go. Then the wheel comes off. And then we can assemble this part too. Okay. So this is actually how it all fits together. But as a child, I was always like tear downing all kinds of stuff, and now I have a reason for it. But the reason I just wanted to showcase this internal part is just this PCB, how they actually made this. So this is just a contact moving up and down towards the contacts over here. But how does this work? It's quite simple. So they have this piece of plastic underneath. You can also see that they put some lines over it. And the spring will keep the tension on the piece of plastic, and when you're going to be moving it up and down, steering left or right, that's actually the way how it works. So that simple can it be, but very genius. Over here we're going to get all the soldering points showcasing where it needs to be up, right, left, down, volume, start, and that's it. So when it comes to, let's say, the internal parts, this is only what we're going to get: a display, a main board, and a PCB for, yeah, that's it, yeah, just for communication. And there is nothing much in it, and we have seen this many times before. So we're going to do a quick putting this thing back together. I want to thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of a mini arcade? Would you pick it up? I think they were selling these for like brand new for over $30 freaking. Quite a lot of money in my opinion for what you're going to get. It's just a fun novelty in the end.